super late game, Protest has a difficult time beating like Mass Infestor Broodlord, but I think people would usually say Infestors are overpowered against Protest. Like early mid game, you can sometimes beat them with like Infested Terrans, but it's usually if they have a composition that doesn't work well against Infestors at all in mid game. And you can make compositions that are fine against Infestor. It's just Infestor Broodlord is what Protoss have trouble with.
And what do you think, Wangsin? I mean, what do you say to that? Is mid-game imbalanced with Infestors?
I didn't say balance is broken. I just said Jog is stronger than Protoss. I didn't say broken.
Okay.
So actually, I can beat Jog players in late game. Even GoSuHwangSin too easy for me, right? But I hope I can beat more Jog players like with just late game. It's why I don't want to play Immortal Sentry like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not skill, just it's only for win. So
No, I see.
yeah. I just want to play late game. So I hope I can win. Yeah.
Okay, so what do y'all say about like because Immortal Sentry, like how strong is Immortal Sentry right now? Because I feel like Immortal Sentries are like the only real threat early on with Zerg. If they get past that point, then it's like it could be almost smooth sailing if everything has kind of gone the way it should. What do you think about that right now? I mean, is that pretty balanced? And because I mean, you can sit there and watch like Parting do it like a million times, and just crush Zerg like all day long.
It just depends on maps like Daybreak or Ohana.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work on Whirlwind or something.
Yeah, that's true.
So big map. So if you guys wanna win again, Immortal Sentry Orin, you guys have to pick such a big map like Whirlwind or Anton Valley or something. Yeah.
Oh, man, giving tips to Zergs, man. I guess all Zergs knew that anyways. Okay, what do you think what about against Terran? Because I feel like even Terrans are starting to complain a little bit about Infestors too.
You're so considerate.
It's even annoying versus Zerg, man. Like, when both you guys have Roach, Hydra, Infestor, it's like whoever attacks just like dies, like half the time.
Right.
I mean, you can attack, but like you always have to have a better position, otherwise you'll just die. So
yeah, I mean, I think that's the biggest, for me at least. I feel like that's the biggest complaint against what the Infestors have kind of done to the metagame. It's made like the Zerg race defensive.
I think ZVZ metagame though, I don't think it's a problem here. Like it seems like it is sometimes, but I think there's still a lot of room for growth in the ZVZ metagame that can like totally shift that. There's a lot of noise in HwangSin's screen.
Yeah.
But, like I think if you get like Overlord speed and drop, if someone's like just sitting there defensively and massing Infestors, you can get ahead that way. Or by taking quick Broodlords also. Like I think there's ways around Mass Infestors ZVZ. And it makes the defensive game seem pretty good. But a lot of that comes down to the maps too, I think. Like if you make better maps, then defensive ZVZ isn't as good. And like I think that's partially because we're not used to being aggressive in ZVZ. But you see players like Life and Leenock play so aggressively and not go Mass Infestor ZVZ, I guess. So I think ZVZ is not a problem in ZVZ.
I mean, it can be a problem in ZVZ, right? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, it's not imbalanced of anything. I mean, the only thing that could be a problem is that it just I guess encourages a metagame that's really boring or less skillful.
Like, I think that it's just players like you see like Life Leenock, like the Cloud Kingdom game.
Yeah, that was crazy
was
game.
Really crazy, and it was entertaining. So I don't think that you have to play like super defensive Infestor Turtle in ZVZ every game.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's definitely fair. Against Terran, what do you guys think about against Terran?
they're good. I mean, they're good. I just think Blizzard should remove units like that out of the game.
Infestors?
Remove infestors, remove sentries, remove like Marauders, even Broodlord. I just
Marauders?
hate units.
Really?
Dude, I just hate units that like prevent your opponent from being to micro.
Yeah.
Like that's
Oh, you
just
mean like a
stupid.
concussion cell? Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, like that's why I think force field is really stupid. It's just because you can't do anything about force field except get a really good flank and just hope that they like suck with their force fields. It's the same thing with fungal. Like you try and split, but if you get fungal, you can't do anything about it. Like it's just I don't like any things that prevent your person from microing. You have like in Brood War, you have Storm, which if you stay in it for like a couple seconds, you're gonna get owned. But you can actually do something about it. You can like run out of it and have super fast reaction times. But I don't know. Like I just think they should remove that entire design concept of micro preventing units.
Well, in Brood War, I think if you have micro-preventing units, like it should be more like the Queen in Brood War with Ensnare. Like it prevents micro in a way, but you never even saw Ensnare that much because it wasn't that good. But yeah, I agree with what you say.
Yeah, I think I would agree too. I mean, I feel like Terrans have to like pre-split, right, these days, right, to make it, to kind of counteract it. But I guess it doesn't really change the fact that it takes a lot more actions and control for the Terran just to even be just to engage that army than the Zerg at this point. And so there seems to be a big difference between the just as the skill level that takes, I guess, to
I don't think Terran is actually that hard. I think the Terran players have just been like whining and complaining too much. But like, wow, I played Terran, it's so hard. But like, I've been playing Terran on offers a bunch, and I don't think it's actually that difficult to like split your Marines or anything like that. It's not that difficult. And Terran players, like, it's not that hard to play Terran at all. If I played Terran, I would be just as good as I am at Zerg, if not better. Like, if you actually try playing both the races and get decent at them, the Terran side of like TVZ isn't that much more difficult than the Zerg side. Like queuing up medevac drops is so easy, it's not even funny. And
oh boy,
there's a lot of TVZ stuff that's not hard at all. And I mean, Zerg you can kind of A move, but defending drops and you have to do more with like creep spread and injecting that Terran doesn't have to do too. So I think, yeah, I don't think TVZ is that hard to play. But I think that's kind of off topic, so.
oh man, it'd be interesting if we had a Terran on here, but
Hey, we should all do off race match like us three.
exactly, that'd be pretty funny actually. Why don't we start taking some questions? Get some of these viewers involved here. If you guys have any questions, start adding me on Skype. And my Skype ID is ChanmanV, and you can start. We'll pull you into this call and we can start asking some questions here. Or otherwise, you can just ask on the stream chat. Oh, any questions here? Protoss is the hardest race to play, right? Wangsin? Wangsin? Oh, is he here? Oops. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I'm here.
I was gonna say, like, Protoss is the hardest race to play, right? Why Wangsin
Yeah.
so handsome? Oh, again, I mean, let me remind everybody about the giveaway too. Jeez, I haven't even talked about the giveaway again. So the way you enter the giveaway is add me on Twitter, twitter.com/ChanmanV, and tweet me a song that you would want to see, like one of these guys sing if they won a tournament to celebrate. Like, what song would you want them to sing on stage? And it's kind of like a little inside funny joke with Wangsin, since I remember a long time ago, Wangsin, right? I had that King of the Hill a long time ago, and you told me that if you won 4 in a row, that you would break out and sing
Yeah.
I forgot what song it was. It wasn't Backstreet Boys or anything, but you'd break out and sing a song for us. So I kind of wanted to extend that to the giveaway today, and at the end of the show, we'll have these guys just pick their favorite ones, and you guys will win. I guess right now it's the Goliath mousepad, but it just depends on what the max viewership is. But the max viewership hasn't cleared 500 yet, so right now it's going to be the Goliath is. All right, here's a question. Do you feel that if Protoss players do 2 base all-ins in order to counter the Imbifester, that the metagame will change? I mean, they already do that, right? I mean,
Well, like mech builds, I think they can do mech builds that are a lot better against infestors than what people do right now. Like Terran
Mech
mech.
build? It's Protoss. Protoss players.
Oh, we're talking about Protoss.
Yeah, it's a Protoss. Hold on.
Like late game, there's nothing they can do against infestors. I don't know what else.
No. He was asking, do you feel like if all Protoss did were just the immortal just the immortal push, the 2-base immortal push, that it would change anything? I mean, I don't think it would change anything, because I don't think necessarily Zergs are doing anything at that point that would be, I guess, that would just change, that would make it them unable to go infestor in the late game, right?
Wait, I'm totally confused what the question is.
I think he's asking, like, if all the Protoss got together and decided, hey, all we're gonna do is 2-base immortal push, like, over and over and over again, would it change the metagame for PvZ? Like,
Well, if everyone's doing Immortal Sentry push every single game, that is the metagame, isn't it?
I mean, they're already doing it, so it already kind of is the metagame, you know, to some extent. So, I don't know. I guess the answer is no. Let's see. Nobody wants to call in here. Jeez. Yeah, we're doing Skype calls, that Castle. Just add me on Skype, and I'll pull you into this call. Any other questions here?
I like chicken nuggets.
You like chicken nuggets? Oh, somebody asked what your favorite food is?
Oh no, I just said that.
Oh. Yeah, add me on Skype, guys. God, this is like the longest it's taken to get freaking callers, man. What's going on?
Hwangsin wants to answer a question.
Yeah, there you go.
No,
Anybody
you
got a-
should. You should.
You should.
I should read it.
I will read the question, and you have to answer about that, right? Okay.
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 What did you all think about Scarlet's win versus Bomber? She should have won 2-0, but unhotkeyed her Zerglings. It seemed like her non-caring attitude made her really good.
Made her really good. What do you mean?
I don't understand the last part of that question.
I don't know. It was question. It's Max Rager. He said it. Anyway, I just talked to her about Bomber, and after she beat Bomber, and she says it was nothing. So I just won, and she said it.
Yeah, she said she expects
Yeah.
to beat Bomber. I remember. Yeah, that was nothing special for her. I mean, I think I've talked to her about Bomber before, and she thinks she's better than Bomber. So
She should have done a lot better this MLG.
She should have. Yeah, I agree. She is a lot better than that. She ended up losing 1-2 to
Sue and
was it Sue? It wasn't
Daisy.
Sue.
She lost to Daisy.
No, she lost. She got knocked out by Daisy, but she lost.
she lost 1-2 to Sue and then 1-2 to someone else, I think.
It was Daisy.
She lost, I thought,
No, she beat Hero and then she lost to Daisy.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think, but yeah, I think Suppy.
No. Don't do that, stupid Golden. Okay.
Stupid.
Golden breaking out the tunes in the background, man. But okay, what were we saying about Scarlet?
I don't even know.
Hwangsin, what do you think about Scarlet?
Scarlet. I think she's good, but
Give me a second. I'll be right back.
I just beat her to 1 MLG qualifier, so I don't care about her. I'm just kidding. I'm so sorry. I'm just kidding. I respect her so much. She's attitude or something. Yeah. It's why I respect her. Yeah. Okay.
What do you think about life?
Life. He's too young, so I don't want to respect him, but I have to. Right now, I respect him so much.
I like players who show emotion. So like you show emotion
Yeah.
when you play, and then life doesn't show any emotion. So I don't like watching him. I don't know.
Yeah, Well,
Can
he
I-
kind of shows emotion after he's like won, but not during the.
Yeah.
Not
But
during
honestly, that might be like something that's good for playing. What do you think, GoSuHwangSin?
Emotion.
Like not having
being
emotion,
emotional.
and just
Yeah.
I think emotion. I think being happy is good. Like happy people win more. Like you and Scarlett and Hwangsin always seem really happy, and you guys all win a lot. So I think the happier the player is, the more they will win.
Okay, no, but Stefano, like he just like doesn't care, and then he just wins everything.
Yeah.
Well, he
That's real.
cares. What do you mean? Like, have you seen the look of stress on his face before every game? I mean, that little big exhale he always does not look like he's just like totally relaxed, dude. I mean, he's just go lucky after he wins for sure. And
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
like this. It's like if you look at Hero, like Hero gets so emotional. That's why I love watching him play, because like you can see
Yeah.
like he's a person, right? He's not a robot.
yeah,
But
I mean,
I
like,
think
MC
the-
too. Like, there's a lot of guys that are pretty cool
Yeah.
to see. Hero's too hard on himself, if anything. He's
He was
Like-
really mad when he lost to Scarlet.
he was
said,
he?
like, he was like
saw-
good balance or something.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we got some callers here. I don't know why it was like delayed all of a sudden, and then I got like 6 callers here. So let me fix the screens here. Got Charlie. Charlie's called in before.
Hey, it's Thad Castle. So.
Yo, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's up,
Hey.
guy?
Yeah, okay, so my question is, I'm like stomping. First of all, I can't go back to Korea to visit family because I'm not Grandmaster yet in North America. And so, I was wondering, what's the biggest difference between Masters and Grandmasters? Because I'm beating High Masters, I think, pretty easily, but I'm losing to like on ladder to like Jon Snow and Revival and all that.
Do you speak
Any-
Korean?
I do a little bit.
Oh, is it asking for me right now?
I think it's asking
Everybody.
anybody. If you want to
Yeah,
answer
anyone.
it, you want to answer it, Wang Zhang?
I mean, I could understand about it. Sorry.
Oh, you
I
couldn't
couldn't
understand?
understand.
Oh, what's
yeah.
what
Say it in
what?
Korean. Say it in Korean.
Yeah, say it in Korean. He can understand it.
Oh,
It's not
안녕하세요.
that good.
Oh, your Korean's not that good. Okay.
Yeah, like
Okay.
I've lived in America for too long, man.
Hwangsin,
Yep.
how do you go from Master to Grandmaster?
Oh. You have to play 50 games a day. Then you
50
can.
games a day?
50?
Yeah.
50 games a
50
day.
games a
have
day.
to go work.
This
You
is
don't have
this
to
is the
work
easy guide
or-
to becoming
Yeah,
Grandmaster.
I mean, you don't have to go work. You don't have to go to school. Just play Starcraft. You can get Grandmaster then. It's
What-
only one way.
Then what the hell is Suppy doing in Grandmaster then?
Okay, I would say every time you lose, watch your replay.
No,
Try and
don't.
figure out. No?
It's not that hard usually to tell how you lost the game, I don't think.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you watch it?
Because it's just like wasting time. How are you going to play 50 games a day if you're watching all your replays?
Yeah,
very true.
but what if you were playing 30 games a day and then like being more efficient?
Well, I don't know. Maybe like if you're lower ranks, then maybe it's more beneficial to watch replays. But like Subby, I'm sure when you lose, you usually like know why you lost the game without watching it, right?
Yeah, but I like to watch the
looks at
replay to
replays,
figure out
yeah.
like timings that they like. I don't know, scouting things I can scout. I don't know. I don't watch all my replays. I watch like sometimes.
Hey,
Oh.
Suppy, do you remember watching that replay that I showed you between me and Revival?
Yeah. So you should send, like, if you can't figure out why you lost, you should send in your replay and have someone try and help you. I mean, it's always useful.
And I always had like this question in the back of my mind. I'm always like afraid to drone, you know, especially in ZVZ. Do you think it's just because like a lack of scouting or something like that?
Usually, when you're afraid of drone, it's just because you don't know like what your opponent is capable of. And I think if you play more, so 50 games a day or whatever they're
Yeah.
saying, like that'll help you drone a lot faster because you'll know what times you can drone. You just like innately know that. But secondly, I think a lot of people are just too scared to drone. But I think the best way to learn is to just drone faster, like over drone, and
Yeah.
lose a bunch of games when you over drone, and then you can figure out when you can't make drones, and that makes it easier to figure out how quickly you can drone.
Just make
Oh,
more
okay.
drones before you start mining gas, and you'll be better off.
Oh, this
Okay.
is GoSuHwangSin who.
Replays can help you with that too.
Dude, that's
Just
what
to
I
figure out
did.
figure out where to drone.
Yeah. If you don't think you're getting enough drones, just take your gas like 5 supply later, and you'll be better off.
You do like that 4-queen build, don't you? That ZVZ?
Yeah, he does queens.
Sometimes. Lately, I've been doing this one build that I copied off Snoot, where you get like 4 or 5 queens, no gas, and you get gas at like 48, 49 supply.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And
Oh,
you can
man.
hit 130 supply by like 10 minutes on 2 bases with the third at like 8 minutes. It's
Really?
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I saw you play against Acer, and you were just, I guess,
Oh,
dominating.
That was an old boat. I don't do that boat anymore.
Oh, okay. I
Right.
tried that, and I just got like destroyed many times, and
That
but not
was-
50 games.
Yeah, the boat's okay, but it's only good if they're going betas, I think. Otherwise, there's better builds.
I gotcha, man. Well, thank you for the help. Suppy, you better stream tonight or else. And for the call, man.
All right, thanks, Charlie.
But
Bye.
So generally, I mean, you typically drone whenever you're being aggressive, right? In ZVZ. I mean,
Drone
whenever
all
you're
the
on
time. You just like build all your drones and then build units, unless
Oh my
you're doing like
God.
some super aggressive mutilus build.
no, you just max saturation and then make units. I'm sure Hwangsin could tell you because Protoss is especially like it's literally 16 probes on each base. So it's like chrono probes until 44 and then just stop. And then you just attack. Like that's how Protoss is, I think, a lot of times.
Yeah, but there are definitely timings, in, like, especially ZVZ, where you can, you can be attacked, but by laying all ins or anything for
I
that,
think-
right? I mean,
I think 19 drones on minerals is better than 16. Anyway.
anyways, all right, Justin's calling in here. All right, see.
18 is the best.
Hey,
18
oh
is
man,
best.
we got a 16, an 18, and a 19 here.
17 is the best, okay?
No,
15 is
no,
the-
no,
no, I mean, never
17
mind.
is so stupid idea.
No, 17 is good because then one of the drones turns into a spire or a roach.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, but then you only have
Yeah.
16 drones. You don't want 16
hear
on
me now?
minerals.
16 is
What?
perfect.
Justin,
No,
what's
you
up,
can't.
buddy?
If you have 16 on minerals, how much
Hello, can
less
you
do you
hear
think you mine in like
Yeah.
5 minutes?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Like 10.
No, like you mine like
These guys don't care though.
No, not
No,
700.
check it, try it. You will see the same thing. You mine so much
Hello?
more in 5
Yeah,
minutes.
Justin, you there?
3 more drones.
Hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but
Yeah, I
No.
can hear you.
hello.
Okay. Do you think there are any underrated North American Zergs out there now?
Oh, there's like a ton of them,
Out
right?
of curiosity.
Yeah, like everybody. GoSuHwangSin, man.
I think
There's
Hawk
3 of
is
them sitting right
underrated,
here.
too. I think Quantic Hawk is pretty good.
Yeah, Quanticock's really
Funny
good.
place.
Root Masas are really good.
He's not a
He's
Zerg
not
though.
Zerg.
Oh, you're talking about Zergs. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, Quantic Hawk doesn't get enough love for sure. He won ESWC. Not the term, but he went over to ESWC this past weekend, right?
He won ESWC
Yeah.
3-0 over me and Idra.
Idra, right? He did
Henry
pretty
was-
well over there
He's a
too.
really
And
good Zerg.
3.
Yeah, Henry.
Okay,
who else?
Kane has been doing really good on ladder recently.
Yeah.
So
Legion King. I mean, old.
Yeah.
Or
He's been
former
doing a
Legion
lot
King?
of Ultra builds. Yeah, tons
Silly.
of Ultra
Oh, yeah?
builds.
Cool. Okay.
But
yeah, I think that's
like list.
I think that's about
guess.
it, right? I mean, yeah, go. But okay, thanks, Justin. Okay, that was. All right, services next.
Surface A.
What are we typing here, dude? What the hell? just like say it.
Okay, but how is 3 better? 3 more drones better.
Hey, what's up,
Better
guys? Can
than-
you hear me?
Maybe it's about the same as
Service-
18. It's
Sorry,
better than
they're
16
they're
though.
still arguing over how many drones is most efficient.
Well, because-
16's,
Carry on.
16 is the worst. Go 18 or 19.
No, 16 is optimal because 2 drones per patch.
No, that's what you think. Seriously, create a game. Like, I don't care what map. Put 16 on minerals, let them mine for like 5 minutes, see how much you mine, and then try it with 19. You'll mine like so much more, trust me.
Ew.
No, but it, I mean, it depends how you look at it, Mike. Because if if you had a drone, if you had
There are
those,
two ways to look at it. Just like
Yeah.
look at how much mineral income you get within
Well,
like
if-
5 minutes with 16 versus
if you
19.
have 4
you get,
bases,
like-
then why wouldn't you put those drones on a new base? I mean, that's just
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
you put them
okay,
in a
so
two base,
16
but like
it's efficiency of the.
yeah, but like ZVZ, a lot of the time you're on two base. You do like two base roach opening with a third, and the question is how many drones do you want to make in each mineral line and two base before you get the third? Because then obviously you want optimal saturation in each base. But if you're only on like two bases, then I think like 19 or 18 is so much better than 16.
Yeah,
on
but
mineral.
okay. At what point do you? At what point do you cross the 150 mineral point? Like when do you mine 150 minerals to make up for those 3 drones?
It's
and-
pretty
and the
quick.
larva.
It's like 1.5 minutes, I think.
Oh,
With,
if it's
like,
1.5
18,
minutes, then
like-
okay, then it's pretty obvious.
It's not
Yeah.
long at all. Like try it in testing. It's a lot better.
Okay. All right, Service. What's up, man?
Hey, so I was just wondering what you guys thought about, the politics behind which games are getting shown on stream and everything in MLG. I don't know if you guys may have talked about that a little bit, but just more in terms of, like, for your organizations, like, what is EG and GoSu and Complex? Like, what are all these guys? Is it more pressure on you because you didn't get shown? Do you have to stream extra this weekend? Like, what is there anything around that, or?
I feel bad.
We don't have. I mean, I don't think we have to stream more or anything, but it's always like unfortunate for our team and exposure to not have gone on main stage. Pressure-wise, I mean, I don't know. I just think it just makes it harder for people to get their name out there. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think a lot of it's different, like based on teams and what sponsors the teams have and what they're looking for, based on like streaming requirements and stuff, and how much pressure, I guess. But I think yeah. Other than that, what Subby said, but I don't think that like complexity is not like you can get on the main stage, raw. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So the sponsors don't seem to be like, it hasn't been a huge issue, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
this-
I honestly think one of the best ways for teams to promote themselves is doesn't necessarily have to be through the game, and you can see that with Team EG, right? Like
Absolutely.
with all the commercials and videos and stuff. Like, if you could do sort of stuff like that, I know a lot of teams were doing mini documentaries about their teams.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, MLG Complexity had a really good documentary too, actually. And I think that's actually a really good way. Like, even if you don't get on main stage, you can get yourself a lot of exposure through that.
Yeah, I think last MLG, like some Canadian filmmakers were like following us around and they're making some video. I don't know when it's gonna be released, but it should be
Well,
sick.
they made that last one. What was it called? That
Yeah,
what was it
yeah,
called?
that
It
was
was
a
complexity.
complexity one. This one is more like a Canadian-based one,
Oh,
focusing on
okay.
Canadian players, but I'm in it for some reason. So
Oh, I see.
You're not
I
even
see.
Canadian.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think teams should be involved. Like, they should not, and sponsors shouldn't be involved. Like, having this whole political side of who gets on main stage and that sort of thing. Like, that would be like a mess. So I think, I think MLG deciding who goes on and who doesn't is perfectly fine, and it's up to whoever they want to see on there. They think will get the most viewers, and then, like these two guys said, it's just up to the players and the teams to make their players or get their players exposure outside of it or on the peripheral or during during their experience, that sort of thing.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Right.
Thanks, guys.
All right,
Appreciate
thanks.
Thank you.
Mike, you've been so quiet about this issue, man. And you're the biggest complainer about like folks not getting freaking exposure after
Yeah,
these
I
things.
think-
So like let's talk about that. Like
I
especially
think
with
it's just hard in
Suppy
NA.
and
I
Wangsin.
think like European players are generally better than North American players, but the European scene, I think it's a lot easier to like break out as a player than NA, because like North America, our only tournaments are the big only offline tournaments are MLG and IPL, which both have way more Koreans than average than like your DreamHack or your like Home Story Cup, and most North Americans don't have like opportunities to play in those. But like your last DreamHack, you saw like Starnan got third place.
Yep.
And like, if he was on MLG, he probably wouldn't have got third place. But like, you can get a lot more exposure in the European scene, I feel, just because the tournaments, one, they have better formats, and two, they don't have as many Koreans. So it's a lot easier to exposure just because of that. But like, the only North American ones are MLG and IPL, which are only like every 4 months or whatever. And then they have so many good Koreans, and no one else gets main stage time except for the main featured matches. That's just kind of hard to break out in the scene. So.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's such a good point.
I totally agree with that. I mean, that's kind of why I think a lot of people